My parents pretended my brother was missing so they could set up a fake charity in his name and profit. So I exposed them publicly and cut them off. Now, a year later, they're trying to reconnect. I was 14 years old when I came home from school and ran to my brother's room. It was his 11th birthday, and I bought him a Lego Star Wars set that he had wanted for years. Our parents are Asian, so they don't care much about celebrations, so I knew it was my job to make sure his were always special. But his room was empty. Bed was made. No backpack. Shoes missing. I walked around the house shouting his name, certain that he was hiding in some dark corner of the house. I emptied out every crevice, behind the window shutter, under the stairs, in the kitchen cupboards, but it was like he turned into John Cena or something, because I couldn't find him anywhere. Well, my parents weren't home either, so I figured that maybe they had broken tradition to celebrate his birthday. But when 5 p.m. hit, they both came home. When I told them Mikey was missing, their faces fell. For the next few days, our lives were filled with missing person flyers, neighborhood searches, and false sightings. I remember eating so little that after a few days, I could barely even stand without passing out. Meanwhile, my parents' faces were being broadcasted onto every media platform. We were getting tens of thousands of dollars in donations from random do-gooders, but the money didn't matter to me, because I would have traded my life for Mikey's in a heartbeat, and I thought my parents felt the same way. But after 3 weeks passed since Mikey's disappearance, I heard my parents talking in the kitchen early in the morning when they thought I was asleep. Don't get me wrong, I love Mikey, but I'm glad we don't have to worry about money anymore. My mom's voice was cheery, like she was relieved. Honey, trust me, I'm with you all the way. If I was given the opportunity to disappear in exchange for some moolah from my parents, I would have grabbed that shut in a heartbeat. I'm sure Mikey's happy for us. I was seeing red. I immediately ran down the stairs. What the F is wrong with you? I yelled so hard my voice cracked. Oh, shut the F up, my mom said, waving her hand at me like she was swatting away a fly. Don't make us out to be the bad guys, son. We're hurting too. I was about to shout back, but then my brain reminded me that Mikey was gone. So the anger was instantly replaced with heartbreaking grief, and I fell to the floor in tears. My dad picked me up and brought me back to bed, and I cried myself back to sleep. I didn't see my parents for a while after that. Just spent my time alternating between my bed, the bathroom, and going to the fridge to eat my parents' leftovers at 2 a.m. And a few days later, I saw my mom had posted on Instagram, except it wasn't a missing poster post or asking for more search party volunteers. Number It was an organization that had been set up in the name of Mikey. Its purpose was to raise awareness for child abduction risk factors and precautionary measures. TBH, at first I thought it was some BS, but in just 2 weeks my parents had both quit their 9-to-5 jobs to dedicate themselves to its growth. It was all they'd talk about, and if I ever tried to bring up Mikey instead of the organization, they'd tweak out. They'd tell me I was dragging the family down, and I had to focus on the future instead of the past. And when I asked for a therapist to talk about it with instead, they told me no, because I had to man up and move on. So that's how I started my own traditions. Every Wednesday, Mikey's favorite day of the week, I would wake up at 5 a.m. and read through our old texts on Skype and watch old videos, because the last thing I wanted was to forget the sound